protection. There are many things he protects us from during the nighttime, things that we don't know about, traps, spiritual traps. Well, some of you don't believe in spiritual things, that's okay, but I know we humans, we are both mortal and we are spiritual. There are some things you are protected from that you don't know. Some of them may come physical trials and temptations. When they come about, you just smile, you just laugh it off, because he's always in control, trust me. He always does. So always believe in him. Depend only on him. When the rest of the world says no, he will say yes. That's why he's God all by himself. Believe in him, trust him, rely on him. Those people you depend on will fail you, may fail you. Your parents may fail you. Your beloved wife or husband may fail you. Your lover may fail you. Your government may fail you. Your political leaders will fail you. But he never does. The Bible says his eyes run to and fro, beholding his people. And David will say, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When my enemies, my foes, they came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. I don't want to preach. No. Just trying to inspire somebody out there. People go through things, oh. Yeah. People go through all kinds of things. And sometimes, of the legislature, it was thought that this man will be taciturn. He will be bobo. He will not make it to media to constantly express himself and all of that. Well, but since he became lawmaker, perhaps this is going to be the third or fourth time that he will be coming to this platform. That's District, Montserrat District number 14, Representative Kekura Muka Kamara. He'll be here at 5 p.m. And at 4:15, we'll have with us the Director General of NFIL, this Mpox thing. What is about it? What do we need to know? What do we need to do? In fact, I passed by a supermarket on today, and before I was trying to enter, I didn't even notice. Then the security guy said, sir, can you please wash your hands? So they have the washing hand stuff there and all of that right at the entrance of that supermarket. I said, oh yeah, that's a very good thing. So he will tell us, what are the preventive measures? What is it? What do we need to know? How is this fight going? That's at 4:15. Yep. A whole lot of things are happening. We will talk about them. We will talk it. Okay. This is where we go next. What is making news across the continent? The UN's top court, the International Court of Justice, that is ICJ in The Hague, has ruled in favor of Equatorial Guinea in a dispute with Gabon over the ownership of 3 oil-rich islands. The 15-judge panel found a 1900 treaty between Spain and France to be the ultimate authority, while the 1974 Bata Convention, which gave the islands to Gabon, was dismissed as not a treaty having the force of law. The decision effectively gives the islands to Equatorial Guinea. Both countries turned to the court after repeated diplomatic efforts to resolve the dispute failed. 3 islands, oil rich. Both countries were fighting over them. 1974, Gabon said it was given to them. Well, in 1900 treaty between France and Spain said no, this is for Equatorial Guinea. Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has warned activists from neighboring Kenya that she will not allow them to meddle in her country's affairs and cause chaos. Her comments came after prominent Kenyan lawyers and rights campaigners were deported, preventing them from attending the court case of an opposition leader charged with treason. If they have been contained in their country, let them not come here to meddle. Let's not give them a chance. They have already created chaos in their own country, Samia said. And South Africa's Economic Freedom Fighters leader, that's the EFF, their leader Julius Malema. You know, the Juliuses are always very, there's some kind of troublesome. Do you know any Julius who doesn't have some troublesome nature? We can be quietly troublesome, some can be obstreperous, you know, noisy, lousy, but some of us are very quietly stubborn and troublesome. Stubborn, but I'm very, very stubborn. Don't try it. No, I can be scared. So, South Africa's Economic Freedom Fighters leader Julius Malema has strongly criticized the President Cyril Ramaphosa's official visit to the U.S., calling it poorly timed and a threat to the country's sovereignty. Ramaphosa is in the U.S. from Monday to Thursday in a bid to repair strained diplomatic ties. Yeah, no matter how prosperous a country is, America. Tag. Malema warned that the president risks compromising South Africa's core principles to appease Western powers. The trip follows months of diplomatic tension, including accusations from U.S. President Donald Trump that South Africa was forcibly taking land from white farmers under its land expropriation policy. Claims Ramaphosa has repeatedly denied. Malema also dismissed recent claims that white South Africans are fleeing to the U.S. due to violence, calling such reports fiction and drama. Well, so the South African government, they were standing up, they were trying to be strong, but this is the United States of America we're talking about here. The president said, no, we can't continue like this. America knows how to pull the rocks from under you in different ways. They know how to suppress, to hold you down, and all those kinds of things. So that is it. Share the video. Invite others to join in. We will talk the talk. We'll talk the talk as about now. We know that some lawmakers are meeting with the president, including Speaker Richard Kuhn, Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn. According to the executive mansion, but we'll talk about those. So let's take a very quick break with some of our sponsors here now. Let's take a quick break with some of our sponsors. When we come back, the issues that matter will definitely be on the course, and this is what this is about, the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. My name is Julius Chair.
For years, finding someone home in Liberia has been very challenging. Getting direction is a big problem. People only depend on landmarks.
Yeah, my man, go beyond the market. Just take the second left. Right after that yellow house you see right over there. Then you just walk, when you pass by that plum tree you see over there. You find a place?
Now, Liberia is making history with its national digital addressing system. Now, every home, businesses will have a precise digital addressing system that will make it easy. Look, With this new digital addressing system, anyone can find your house with just an address from the digital system. No more confusing directions. With digital addresses, finding location is faster and very accurate. Well, no more guesswork anymore. Entrepreneurs like Tewa can see her business grow and reach her client very easily with no stress.
Wow, this new digital system is a game changer for my business. So I can deliver my goods in no time and with precise location.
With this system, law enforcement officers can reach a location safely and accurately.
Hey, my girl, Teta, I slam my card also.
The player I have first. I go carry my uncle card to song on a garage. The go put where or inside it. The whole car engine spot.
I the same thing happening to me. I go buy one recycle oil, I put in my keke. Says them my keke just smoking Jara Mandingo Koba. So my people, you're not here about Sunoco American oil. They have oil for everything. Whether that pen, Tesla, dump truck, Caterpillar, motorbike, Jeep, keke. Their products include Sunoco auto transmission fluid. They have global and they also have CVT. Sunoco engine oil ultra synthetic blend 5W30 and 20. Sunoco 15W40 and C50 monograde for both gasoline and diesel. Sunoco 0W20 full synthetic engine oil. And our engine oil can even clean your engine set. Their oil can take you for 3 months, 4 months, and 12 months. They have long-lasting auto-light spark plugs. That one can take you up to 3 years, no wahala. They have now opened a sophisticated garage with well-trained mechanics for diagnostic testing and for electronic fault correction. They do all types of vehicle servicing. You want to change your oil, spray your car, weather your car, you want to fix the air condition.
So where is this place located here?
River Street, AB Turbo Road. For order, contact Marketers Inc. 0880-535-508 or 0777-677-633. Make your engine happy. Use Sunoco oil. Got to make the change.
Y'all pay attention. All of us that can use the road. If you're driving or using motorbike or even keke, if they're in a city or even on a highway, it's very important to know the rules of driving. The simple rules that can keep all of us safe. You must always wear your seatbelt. But rather, you and the person behind you must always wear your helmet. And rather, don't forget your reflective jacket. Speeding is general good because your life and that of the loved one may be inside too. Don't speed even if you're in a city or on a highway. Don't drink or take in any substance before driving. So if you drink alcohol, don't drive. Or if that you driving, don't drink. Don't overload the car. It can lead to serious accident. Look for the red light and stop sign. Don't be close behind the other car on the road. Always stay far behind the car in front of you. It will give you more time to know what to do. If the car in front of you just stop jelly down. Always show the signal sign so the other driver then can know what you want to do. No texting, no calling, no setting the radio while driving. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. All the thing here will look simple, but it can change in no time when you're not paying attention. Drive safe, be focused, and respect the rules of the road.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Transport with funding from the National Road Fund of Liberia. Thanks for watching.
Hey, rushing. Why are you rushing to so?
You, Judy, don't give me hard time, man. I'm going to the bank to get my cash because the bank was so close.
You can use the ATM?
My ATM card expired ever since.
My man, you don't need ATM card. Just use the mobile app and generate an e-token. All you have to do is to just log on the app, you click on Express Cash. Then you select ATM. From there now you select Generate e-token. Then you select the account you want the money to come from. From there you select the currency that you want. If they're Liberian dollars or US dollars. Then you put in the amount that you want, whether $10 or $20, you put it in and you generate your e-token. It's simple, like 8 numbers that will come to you. When you get that number, just go to any ATM there. All you have to do is to just select the See Express Cash on the ATM now. The place where you're supposed to put your ATM pin, that way you put that 8 number. Then it will ask you for the amount, that money where you generated, that money will count with the ATM will pay you.
so simple. Echo Banners for me again. Oh, I will always make use of the express service big time. Echo Bank, the Pan African Bank.
Father, you are the God who spoke life and its tardiness into being. Time after time, it has remained constant because you are time. You legislated our inheritance with a covenant you kept for your name's sake.
Forever. MCMC. Their program is this coming Sunday at Bethel. Today is the birthday of our own sporting bureau chief,
who is like unto thee,
Sylvester Tamba.
Forever you are God. Hallelujah.
That's who he is. Yes, indeed. This is the OK Conversation. Sylvester Tamba, Sports Bureau Chief. Happy birthday to you. That's who he is. Share the video, invite others to join in. He is God. Only Him. The Morovia Community Mass Choir right there. Their own song. Forever you are God. Yes, indeed. This is the OK Conversation. On Sunday, they're having a program. Be there at Beto. Be there, be there, be there. And enjoy good music. Good. So, I've always tried to advise also, take time how you comment on things, how you speak to things, how you generalize and conclude on things. And it has become quite noticeable that people just wrongly conclude someone built their thing, whether it is a house, whether it is a school, whatsoever, any kind of building. And people challenge the cost without stating what they think the cost should be. They just say it's not true, it's not worth it, it's not, And usually, when you take, because again, I'm a big user of social media. Social media is a part of what we call big data in research. And I try to analyze, I try to look at the data. A whole lot of people who say those things or comment those things are people who are not building anything. So clearly may not have an idea of what it is to build something, whether it is a house or any project or whatsoever. Now, do people sometimes inflict prices? Yeah. But does it necessarily mean that everybody will do or that people will lie if they did not spend a particular amount? No. So to authenticate those kinds of things is sometimes to consult engineering knowledge. That's an important thing to do. Oh, this thing is not worth it. When you sit in areas and you observe people who are building just houses, or if you supervise a project like that before, and you see what people go through, you see what they spend, and you be careful how to just thrash out anything somebody says. From the buying of land to everything else that happens, you put all of those figures together, people do spend a lot. And sometimes people build houses and trying to resell them, to sell them. Otherwise, it's not worth this. I can use this amount to build this and blah, blah, blah. It's almost like, when people see finished products, it is an education for us all. When people see finished products, they don't really take into account what may have gone into that finished product. Palm butter, for an example. You see the palm butter rice, it is tasty. You just go, you take your spoon and you eat. And you may think it's easy that the palm butter arrived at that tasty taste. Just like that, you will not realize that somebody had to carry a cutlass in the bush to climb palm tree, cut branches, and cut the palm bunch. Sometimes they fall down with it, sometimes it falls down on them, sometimes the thorns on the branches and the bunch will juke them. Sometimes they will cut themselves with the cutlass. No. Then they will come down, chop it. They take up the palm nuts from in those stuffs that hold them. And somebody can say it. before the woman or the man or whosoever cooking went to buy it. Then they'll carry and boil the palm nut. You'll make a fire. If you get stove, they put the stove on. They boil it down. Then they beat it in the mortar. Squeeze it. Put it there again. Beat it. Squeeze it. And palm butter can stay long to dawn. For the cooking, put all those things inside. Then they serve you. But you think it is easy. That is the kind of approach. We just see the finished product. Look at class, man. That thing not worth this, blah, blah, blah. We could be right, we could be wrong. The point I'm trying to make is, you don't just dismiss. And that's why I made a post. I put, oh, maybe he's talking about it. He said, no. It's the fact that I just like to encourage people to think a little bit more. Someone builds in the interior. They have to transport cement and blah, blah, blah. Or in those areas, those things are more expensive. And people who have built will tell you, the building Liberia is no joke. People really struggling, hustling. I'm not talking about anybody just got money some kind of way, no. But like, you really save over time. You decided to build a house and all of that. Don't just see the family house standing and you think, no, man. If you hear the figures that will go into roofing and sinking and foundation, elevation, ceiling tiles, whatever they use, a gypsum board or whatsoever, the tiling of the house, you just think that's more money. They did it until they carried to Orange. They put a bid there, finally bidding, one of the finest now around. They both said they spent 10 million. They said the country now get 1 point something million engineers. They say that aren't you? How much you spend? You can say, but you said aren't you? That ain't reached 10 million. $10 billion, that's small money. They bidding to that small bidding. You know what thing about inside? Eh? You've ever seen the prices for furniture at that level? You know how much for a laying sink cost? Yeah. You know how it takes to use what they use and all those kinds of things to pay people. You know, think about those things. Yeah? Okay. I just needed to just try to encourage us to sometimes don't just conclude. And today I was able to read something from an engineer. The way the man broke it down said, and you know, part of the problem too is a whole lot of us in Liberia, we do not like to do good job. We want to, man, just pay anything. So we take the substandard people, they do the substandard work, and sometimes because of that, because of the acquaintance, because of the being used to just anything, so we think because there are quack works that are done, so everything else is that way. No. Even the regular plywood that some of us can use for ceiling, the regular plywood, you know, they get layers and levels. They get some that will say $5 for a piece. They get some that will say $9, some 14, some 20 plus. So you could just go and see the person made a ceiling with plywood. You say, the plywood are $5. But maybe that $20 plywood for each of the plywood to make the ceiling. So the person had 50 pieces in their house. Then you're not believing the man said my ceiling here it costs. They say, no man, I have plywood like that. But you know what there? I take it easy in this country. Okay. We made progress. So I always like to challenge you people to think for yourselves. Think. So the Liberia Coast Guard has joined more than 30 African countries in exercise Obangami Express 2025, a 2-week multinational maritime training operation aimed at strengthening regional cooperation and reinforcing a collective commitment to maritime security across the Gulf of Guinea and the Atlantic Ocean. That is a very good thing to do. We also know that a high-level Liberia fiscal delegation has begun a week-long capacity building in Ibadan, Nigeria, to advance Liberia's decentralization agenda through improved fiscal governance. I know Anthony Myers and others are there. It is always a good thing. This is what is called skill upgradation, where officials, where people in public service, anybody goes to add up. You can't just say, oh, I already get master's degree, I already get PhD, I already know, and blah, blah, blah. You always have to go through refresher courses. You have to go through trainings and all those kinds of things. The world is moving at a very fast pace, changing every time. So we need to be au courant with the, that's why you can call au courant. Au courant? I can say au courant? Yeah, au courant. Au courant. Au courant. AUCOURANT. Au courant. I'm au courant with the thing. Yeah, that ain't them people that au courant. So you have to be au courant with the happenings of the day. President Joseph Boakai on Monday convened a high-level cabinet meeting aimed at developing strategies to increase domestic resource mobilization amid significant cuts in international aid. So there are issues. And we were talking about some of them yesterday, and I believe the president realizes that there are issues. While his government is making strides in different areas, there are areas that are challenged. And every day people will tell you those challenges. And I guess he hears them some kind of way. Even if some people try to make him not to hear, he can hear the challenges. And he knows what they are. So the government always has to try to mobilize resources to be able to do certain key things that will impact the lives of the people. So this is why these meetings are held. And it is important for these meetings to yield something positive. I am not sure it's about over-taxation. That would not be a good thing as well. It could backfire. It's just that people always talk about loopholes in revenue generation, loopholes. Some people are not paying the actual taxes they should pay. Some people may be, stealing some of the taxes and all those kinds of things. So if those loopholes are closed and there's improvement in many ways, if we're able to negotiate in a tough way on concessionaires, to get more out of them, that is also a very good thing to do. So yeah, those meetings are okay. Just as about the time we were coming on air, the executive mansion had posted, in fact, they are very live now. The president is meeting with, let me go there very quickly. Okay. So, in an effort to strengthen coordination, President Boakai is scheduled to meet this afternoon with Speaker Richard Kuhn and members of the House of Representatives at the Executive Mansion. So that meeting is ongoing right now. Thomas Fala is speaking, Deputy Speaker. So they are there having that meeting. I don't know if such meeting happened when Kofa was Speaker. I'm not sure. I know then he met with the Unity Party caucus in Bombay County, the Unity Party's Legislative Caucus. I don't know about when Kofa was Speaker, whether such a meeting was held to strengthen coordination. But now it is happening. It is a good thing for it to happen, to strengthen coordination. At least the government has its speaker that it needed. And all of that in the government is happening now. So the meetings can be held. I wish the president could also tell them that I am very serious about audit. I'm very serious about audit. So you, House of Representatives, too, I can tell you what to do, but please, I'm encouraging you. You know, that you all need to get involved in this auditing. Yeah, they should be audited, my people. They should be audited. It is an important thing to do, and that should be impressed upon them. It is a major thing that the public has been asking for. Or some of you that were calling for you know, are you tired? Especially government supporters. Are you happy now? You have the speaker that you want, so you don't have time for audit again? I don't think so. I really do not think so. So yeah, it is something the president has to also impress upon them, just as we, the public, do same. So, two things quickly. There is an issue. There is this group, Stan and others, who are mobilizing for a protest, a January 17 protest. And it is their right to protest. What are the issues they say they're protesting on? Governance and rule of law, economic mismanagement and social decline, and they broke them down. Security, police brutality and human rights abuses, weaponization of the judiciary, land rights and property injustice, political accountability, and democratic renewal. So those are the 5, 6 thematic areas, and all of those areas they broke them down. I can't go through all of them now, but it is their right. Whether some of the things are true or not, it is their right to protest. Any group of Liberians, any day they want to protest, to demonstrate, to show to their government that they're not happy, it is their right. We have always stood up to protect armed men around Stern headquarters almost daily, including midnight hours. Today, I arrived at our offices around 1:50 p.m. to witness an alarming and provocative escalation. Heavy deployment of police, including a patrol pickup truck loaded with armed men. Upon seeing me, the cowardly patrol unit fled the scene like thieves in the night, leaving behind a contingent of armed police still stationed at Stein. Later on, the patrol pickup returned to pick up remnants of its blood-tested troop it had left behind. We call on the media to visit the area, speak to the local community, petty traders and residents who are witnesses to this disgraceful display of despicable state threats and intimidation. This is not law enforcement. It is naked provocation, a calculated attempt to instill fear, harm, and crush our voices. But they have failed before, and they will fail again. We send this unmistakable message to President Boakai, who dreams of ruling like Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un is the president of North Korea, a very terrible dictator. So he's comparing President Boakai to Kim Jong-un. We are not afraid. We will never kneel to this desperate blood-tested regime and its brutal police machinery. Let them come with batons, bullets, or brute force. The July Revolution cannot be stopped. If need be, we will march forward with our bodies broken, but our spirits unbroken. Even if it's our corpses that must be carried through the streets of Monrovia, history has called us. We answer with courage, not compromise. Boakai's weak and criminal resolve will not survive the power of a determined people. We can unleash his rogue police and machine guns, but he can unleash his rogue police and machine guns, but we will never silence our resolve. We were born for this moment. We will not tremble. We will not blink. We will face their weapons with bare chests if we must. We are peaceful, but we are not cowards. We are ready for their bullets, but we will never surrender to a failed autocrat who only finds courage hiding behind guns and uniforms. Let Boakai and his tyrannical regime tremble. We do not. Okay. Then the police issued a statement. So let's go there to the LMP's statement on the very same issue. Liberia National Police refutes false allegations of a police invasion. The Liberia National Police strongly rejects the misleading claims circulating on social media, alleging that police officers stormed or invaded STAN headquarters on Saturday. These accusations are entirely false and misrepresent the routine enforcement operations carried out by the police. On Saturday, officers of the Liberia National Police were engaged in a scheduled motorbike enforcement operation in restricted areas. This initiative, which has been consistently enforced, aims to regulate motorcycle movements in designated no-go zones to ensure public safety and compliance with existing laws. During this enforcement action, officers observed a group of motorcyclists following a musician in the area. As per standard procedure, motorcycles found violating restricted zones were impounded. It is important to note that the presence of the police in the area was strictly due to this enforcement operation and had nothing to do with Mr. Moba Molu or his organization. At no point did police officers raid, storm, or invade any establishment, including STAN headquarters. Even in the video posted by Mr. Molu, police officers are visibly carrying out their lawful duties with no evidence supporting his claims. Additionally, this is not the first instance of misinformation being spread regarding the Liberia National Police. Mr. Molu has repeatedly made baseless accusations, including false claims against Deputy Inspector General of Police Councillor J. Nelson Freeman, alleging that he deliberately hit motorcyclists with his vehicle. He has also falsely claimed on public platforms, including the Spoon Talk show, that police officers are trailing him with intent to harm him. These repeated fabrications serve no purpose other than to mislead the public and undermine the integrity of the police force. The Liberia National Police remains committed to enforcing the law with professionalism, integrity, and impartiality. We will not allow misinformation to erode public trust in law enforcement and will continue to fulfill our mandate of ensuring safety and order across Liberia. We urge the media and public to rely on verified information and credible sources when assessing police activities. The Liberia National Police remains open to engagement for any clarifications regarding its operations. Okay, yeah. Oh, did I say January? Oh, that was a mistake. They put that as July. Sorry, I had seen J. Now, so Malu wrote, the police wrote. On Saturday, for some reason, I used Asa 3 times. Like early morning, I know I saw police officers around there, that area, that particular area where STAN headquarters is. Especially on the other side of the road from the headquarters. Then in the afternoon, I passed there. They were on both sides. Nothing occurred to me. Nothing really occurred to me. So in the evening hours, then I slowed down because the number of police officers was huge and all of that. So I said, but what police officers are you doing here? I think one or two of them I recognized. They say, we came to visit you. As I said, we came to visit you, and they laugh. So it did not occur to me anything that was happening. And then later on, I saw the post by Moba Molu. I even tried calling him then, but I couldn't get him. And then I think the following day, the police released their statement. So, independently, I cannot say what the police were doing there. I cannot say Moba Molu is right, or the police is right, and Moba Molu is wrong, or the police is wrong. The only thing I say is that I know I saw police officers around there throughout that day. Now, the police are saying it was enforcing motorcycle regulations. Moba Molu is accusing them of trying to intimidate them, perhaps there was a thought that perhaps they were going to meet there or have meeting in his other post that he made, and that's the reason. So the ladies of the movement held meetings somewhere else. He posted pictures and all that from where they held the meeting. One thing that is not clear, I'm not sure I saw police officers within the premises of the building. I did not look there. Like I said, it did not occur to me. I saw them both sides of the road, the car road. And Stan's headquarters is opposite the former Lip Taco place there, Congo Town. Yeah. But when he says the police officers invade their offices, then I think they should have entered. I think invasion means entry into a place. However, he doesn't really back that up with evidence to say this is evidence that they entered. Because in his own post, he said when the vehicle saw him, then they fled. Then they came back later and came for the other people. So were they in the fence? Then they saw him, then they fled from in the fence, or what? So why would they flee if they saw him to intimidate him? If it was to intimidate him and his people, then the vehicle will not flee. They will stay there. So that issue of invading, there seems not to be evidence from his own right out to back up whether they enter the place, they spot something that, or they just enter the place and they check around. No, he doesn't say. Because when you use invade, it's to enter. What is true that I saw police officers along the streets around that area. And from his own writing, because I'm the police, from his own writing, it is not backed up. The police said they were enforcing no-go zone for motorcycles. Police can decide where they want enforcing and all of that. But it would raise questions if, for example, there is a pro-democracy grouping that wants to carry out a certain act of protest that usually has meetings and organizers in this area. And then that exact same location, you have police officers right around there. If they never even had an intent to intimidate anybody that would go there or whatsoever, or if they did not sense anything and they were actually only enforcing motorcycle regulation, it would be concerning. One would say, why not Boulevard Junction? That is the actual area that you have all of the interconnectedness of motorcycles passing. Why go way up, come all the way up Congo Town and all of that? You know, people will ask that question. Now, I am not questioning what the police wrote. I'm saying what people will think. So sometimes there has to be some flexibility, you know, what they also call community policing. There should be conversations. There should be calls. For an example, Mobile is always accusing state security of being after him and blah, blah, blah. I don't think there will be anything wrong to say we are in this area enforcing our no-go zone. People have his number. They call him, man, we are enforcing our no-go zone around the social place and blah, blah, blah. To remove the doubts, you know. I don't know. But that is what I think. Because at the end of the day, all these little skirmishes and tension and blah, 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 and the appearance of tension and all those kinds of things really do not help. Again, it is any group of people right to protest. Just don't be violent, carry out your protests, and that is it. Finally, social media has been awash and abuzz with what is called class reloaded. You know, it's government people from different entities of government they had this thing during the campaign. Senator Dillon started his class stuff, and then the choir class reloaded to promote the opposition unity party and their alliance campaign process. And so they had this whole thing. And then after they came to power, they went down. And it seems they have decided to redo it. That is something that is done on Facebook Live and is carried live on ELBC and other radio stations that are seen to be friendly with the government. And people have been talking. No, it is people's right to talk again, to critique whatever they think government officials are trying to do. Some people from the opposition think, it seems they have lost the PR battle, so they want to do their own thing. Because it is not easy now. They did not see the ordinary people talking for them, so they themselves want to have a show in the night time to be talking and all of that. Some people think it is wrong. It is a lazy strategy. And all of that. Others think, well, it is okay. Let them tell their own story, That's the government. They should say what they are doing. They should find platforms that want to do it. And that is it. Here is where I come from. By what time of the day are they doing it? 8 p.m. Is it working hours? No. Unless someone has overtime they choose to do, but officially it is not working hour. Whose mouse are they going to use? Is their own mouse? Is their own brains? Is their own time that they're supposed to be spending with their family that they'll be using to talk for 2 hours? It is not wrong. No, it's not. So, communication. So, there is actually a realization. The problem with Liberia and some African governments, they really do not prioritize information, communication, blah, blah, blah. They really don't. They know it is important, but they overlook it. I think Ellen tried. The Uyghur government didn't do well there, and this government too began on the same footing. Go see what they do with information ministry. Go see information ministry budget. You will know that there is a certain neglect of communication. They don't put much there, and communication is expensive. You want to know? Go follow American election. You hear billions of dollars, hundreds of millions spent on campaign. On campaign what? What do they spend most of their money on? Communication. Promos, ads, jingles, whatsoever. American government may not have information minister, but they communicate extensively using all modes of media and other ways that you do not know, that you will not see. You see, communication is one of the most important, information communication, one of the most important things in any country. This is why authoritarian regimes like Russia and China and others will do everything to control what the people hear, consistently hear. In a democracy, the people hear plenty of different things. And this is why some of the people on that panel are very good communicators that should have been in active communication departments in government. They didn't want it because they knew that money not really there. Information minister, what the information minister can get? All the people working on information, it's some of the driest places, very dry. Yeah. So people didn't want to go there. They didn't want to be a presidential press secretary. They won't be in communication robot at their area, but they won't be there because no money there, no money there. That's a reality. But now they want to now because they know it's not easy. All these things is about 2029. Governments, people feel threatened that they could be ousted from power. So they have to tell the story. But meanwhile, they should have been in the communication role, but the money is not there. The government are putting money there. So Gotta put money in communication. Now let's come to what they want to do. It's about saying what they are doing as a government. It is a good thing for them to say what they are doing. Perhaps they may embellish some of it. They may make some things very big. There may be some lies there. But they should tell their story. How they want to tell it. Yeah? Now, most of that audience, so it is also about keeping their base energized. I'm not sure there will be a whole lot of opposition people to go listen or to go watch. If they go there, a whole lot of them will be to make comments and critique and blah, 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 and all of that. I am not sure it's able to convince opposition people. I'm not sure how it touches neutrals as well. It could. It could have some impact on neutrals. But basically, they want to ensure that their people are not affected by the other side, by the different negative reports and all of that. Now, listen, every government will do good and bad. Positives and negatives. Every government will have positives and negatives. Every human being will get positives and negatives. So governments will. So how you amplify your positives versus how others amplify your negatives is the battle. So yeah, we're doing negative things, but we want to amplify our positives. Opposition will not tell you the positive of government. They will amplify the negatives. Then comes some of us who can tussle. We thought the positive of the government, we thought the negative, and blah, blah, blah. So you have, so you get three groups of people that can listen to some opposition. So now the opposition people, when they come and listen, what are you going to talk today? You will deal with government, or you will praise government, or you will deal with all blah, blah. The government people do that. They will talk positive about government today. The neutrals are there too. Anyone you give them. But on that side is about the positives of the government to amplify. So, yeah. But there are other modes, and that's my advice to the government. We gave the same advice to the previous administration. There are other things to do, some that cannot be said, but it is important. And I know people in the administration know about the significance of communication. You could build skyscrapers. You could build roads. And someone keeps the message of corruption. But meanwhile, roads going out somewhere. So they put here in the message of corruption. But meanwhile, they put your bed road in Nimao. They put your face the other road on the other side. But exchange rate high. Oh, the country high. Oh, the money being high. Oh, the money. But they put best one outside. We talk about exchange rate, but we talk about the country high. We talk about school. That school we will eat. So that it kind of battle. That is the battle. So, yeah, it is all right to critique them, the officials of government, but they should do what they think is okay to sell their message. In this age of information overkill, in this age where everybody wants to be a voice and everything else, let them tell their story. We have a good examples on the previous administration. How many boys news the Bill Road I reached to Buddha? Even me, I would media me. I didn't know until just recently when I went to Logo to Buddha, before I know that the Bill Road that I reached there. When did we know that they initiated egg factory business and all of that? We did not know until recently when the president went to visit that place. But no, that didn't start there. Wasn't blah. So sometimes it is okay for government people to keep saying. People say if you do good, that the people say we're talking. It is true, but if you do the good too, and you talk about it, and someone else talking your negative, then the negative will override that good. Today, certain people couldn't go to any of these parks, but today they can go there because they know the place nice, the place fun. They can enjoy it when they go there. But to talk about it a couple of years ago was not an easy thing. So you will get positive, you will get negative, and what the government won't do is to hammer its positive. The opposition will want hammer the negative, so that it is a battle for the mind. And any government that realizes that will know that, yeah, even what they want to do, it is not enough to battle for the mind. That your mind, you that listening to me, it is your mind that everybody wants. Oh, yes, 2029 is hot. 29 is already the hottest cake right now. CDC won't come back. Bye way. You know the party that won't get a chance. Bye way. That the two real battle than that. How for us to get someone else, perhaps next week or so, I will start a conversation. Do we need a strong third force? Because these two people here, if we mind that ain't going for again, that ain't going battle for 2029. So that the battle here, my people, that your mind, that it won. Both sides. Yeah. So you will see CDC, they will hammer the exchange rate business, the country harm, and blah, blah, blah. The government will say, no, we build it roads. See the one we build it other way. Even though somebody used to critique somebody saying roads and all of that, but they will hammer it. The street lights, the water, the fire service, all those, any kind of improvement, they will hammer it. CDC will be acting, they never knew saying when they were exchange rate getting hard time, right price, they have rice better, got all the way. They, the opposition government, how they looking? 777-700-995, 555-995-995, the numbers to call. He who has the ability to convince more of the people will take the day. Me, I was just be laughing because all Martina I can talk, I already talked it before. My boy say, why you not? But why you want me to be hard now? And I thought all that in the planet. I just recap I can be doing. Welcome, let's hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Deputy Minister Fabio Cooper.
Yeah, I called to make some input, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you make mention the class reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the best people sit together to talk about the gains being made under the regime is people in the government. We do understand that media, public relations is costly. We understand that. So the longer the government has to invest into the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, they are doing that.
That Migo, is it Migo that the government has? I really think the government doesn't really prioritize the information ministry.
Can you give me the time to express myself?
No, I gotta make that one too.
The platform.
Yeah, so, but when you're talking, boss man, it doesn't mean I can make an input. I am insisting that governments over time, especially the past one and this current one, both of them haven't shown that they really prioritize the information ministry. That's my argument.
But you've gone as far as also saying that those in government who are embarking on doing this, they are doing it for 2029. And I want to also make that clear that this thing is being done. It's not only for 2029. Mind you, this government took oath to do what they are doing, and they are going to certainly do it. It's not just about 2029.
Okay.
And moreover, the opposition, like you rightly said, are hammering some of the negatives. What they are saying is not true. So we who have the information to put out there, we are under the obligation to ensure that the Liberian people get to know and get to see.
No, but I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you at all. And I never made any point to say that it is wrong. In fact, I said it is the right thing to do.
No, but you trying to stress that what is being done is the battle for 2029.
Oh, is it not? 2029,
2029 is so far, Julius. We are focused now on doing the Liberian people's work. That's the work that,
So, all I plan to talking, they talk on the different platforms, then they go to class, reloaded. It also doesn't take into consideration 2029.
Julius, if you are delivering as a government, and you rightly say the opposition are pushing out a negative image about you.
But what is your fear? What is your fear?
No. There is absolutely no fear here. There is absolutely no fear, but you are wanting to make it as though government official are wanting to be taking time out and talking about projects that they are implementing. Seems to, want to create a different, a picture about it. That's the point for West.
Yes,
I'm coming.
Yeah, I saw you struggling, but anyway, thank you, Chief. Thank you for the call. My man, thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Got 12 or 20. I beg you. If not 20, I will be talking. Because there is someone breathing down your neck to tell you from power 2029. And the reason you do, I beg you, man, don't do that. I want to. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from? You just can be talking plenty. You can call on all the show. Now still go 8 o'clock in the night. You come from where you're tired. You still go to that just because. I beg you. Go ahead. Let's hear you. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Julius, it is very difficult to be on the defensive. It is very difficult.
Governance is hard. I said it yesterday. Governance is hard.
We experience it. Look, things are now okay. The governance can be fake. You can't also fake hunger. The people are speaking because they are hungry. You remember the song, Town So Hard, Town So Hard? It's not easy, right? Julius, the Ministry of Information has failed to propagate the successes of this government.
No, I can't say they have failed to propagate.
I will tell you how.
How?
You can't say, but I can say. Instead of that young individual propagating the successes of the ministry, he's insulting. Listen, you can propagate your successes without really invectives at people. Now, he's failing because the failures are enormous.
I think to propagate government successes is not just about talking. It's about doing a whole lot of other things that involve money, and the money is not there.
That place, let me tell you something, Julius. One of the brains behind the quote-unquote class reloaded, it is alleged that he was to be press secretary, he refused the position. To be DG at Labrador Broadcasting System, he refused the position because those are darlings.
But that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
He's not taking a job at LTA. Today, his generator, anytime you go somewhere, his generator.
No, that one ain't true. That whole generator build up behind the man ain't true.
Let me conclude on this.
No, your leader generator thing. It is not really true the way people make it appear.
Let me conclude on this. Let them have their stock show from 8 a.m. to 12 midnight. Sunday to Sunday. If you cannot fight poverty, unemployment, corruption, if you cannot pull food on the table of those people, it will be so of them clapping for one another.
Okay.
From 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you. Hello?
Good afternoon, Julius.
Frank Gibson, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Julius, you know it is better for the opposition, the government to put on a new platform because the battle now is between the Reload and the Spoon FM. And then we're going to see who is the real propaganda, the propagandists in the Republic of April. But you don't want to speak on a little bit on the president issue to say the country is improving or things are getting better.
He said that way.
They're forgetting about other issues.
He said that way.
No, that's what I heard, you know.
Where you?
I listened to President Baka's video, audio last night on Spoon. I heard something like that his country is getting better.
Is it not getting better in some instances?
Yeah, that's what I want to speak on, Julia. That's what I want to speak on.
Well, I didn't know that. What the problem is, I did not talk about it. Maybe tomorrow I could get the audio and then we all will listen and then we can have an opinion. But we really did not talk about it. So
yeah, I just want to say a little bit.
I beg you. Hold your phone.
I'm not speaking on the president's video now. I'm speaking on the generosity of the issues in Liberia.
Yeah.
The situation.
No. No. You're not go there too. You won't change it. Tomorrow we thought I won't. Thank you, Frank Gibson. That's madness you want to apply. We're not happy here. We'll see. I will ask our executive mansion reporter if he has that clip, then we'll play it tomorrow and listen. What is the context? I like to listen to what people say. Let's understand the context. How did he say it? Did he name specific places and all of that? Is it true or it is not true? That's how we do the analysis. And y'all know me now. I can do my thing. We gotta rationalize it. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius. Musa Kone here.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Julius. Julius, I think the guys are failing.
Who?
They are the government. They are failing massively. Julius.
In terms of what? When you say failing massively, how are they failing massively?
Governance. Julius, I spent 6 uninterrupted years in government. And government can succeed, government can make intervention in so many sectors, but there are key things when they are failing or when they are not progressing, that government is failing. For example, healthcare is one issue. Rule of law, security. These are issues. These are things that when government is not doing well, of course, generally you will talk about the economy, right? So I understand government, at least I was not just passing around. So when you look at the 4 or 5 key things in this government, they are failing massively. But here my thing, Julius, and for some of us, we don't care. I'm very independent, and so nobody can say a question that very independent. We can boast of out of government we are living very comfortably, and we can speak. The government lack of strategy. If the government was not failing, Julius, when and sorry, let me just historical a little bit.
No, Musa, we don't have enough time. Gotta take others.
We'll go out summarize.
Yeah, quickly.
When Louis Brown was at the Ministry of Information, he brought the mega press briefing. That was intended for the government to properly market herself. And successive government, I mean the CDC government and now the United Party government, still making use of that platform. If that platform cannot help you, ELBC, that is owned by the state, that deals with every government that comes, they preach the government policy. If ELBC is failing, then government officials have to go sit down 8 o'clock.
Is it that they are failing or they just want to buttress those efforts?
No. It's not buttress. What are they buttressing of now? They are failing. Julius, no responsible government have done that. No government that is not failing will do that. And no quote unquote educated
y'all can be talking bad things, posting bad things whole day, and you don't want the people after work when they are rested to go and also talk the positives. No, when I say y'all, I mean opposition. Y'all talking all the bad things about the government whole day. They don't want to put to the in the net to talk their own good thing too.
So you just come to also buttress the statement that I made and the statement that how you call it, Iroquois made, that the government is failing. Because if you get the 2 platforms regularly, your role of the Ministry of Information, apart from why they will carry government officials sometimes 3, 4 to explain
Musa,
their particular
thank you.
role. If they're not paying, they have no reason for that.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Let's take our guest is already in 2 more calls. Let's come on this side. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Julius.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Let me say good afternoon to the SLSJ person. I'm a dictator from Broadway.
Go ahead.
So, every developed country comes with mindset of everyone's contribution positively. We are one of the best in our country when it comes to the profession. The money first thing.
My man, lead that one. Just go to the issue.
Thing, right? I come and give me change, please. You conduct yourself to be a smart weapon against the government and to then a show to suit certain people's interests and at stake.
Okay.
Here is the thing. We are here for the last 6 years. We all listen how you presented your show. We all follow how Sarah presented his show or Jimmy Miller and others. Sometimes the comparison analysis is always against the United Party. I'm not discussing something Mbaka maybe or Mo Ali. But the issue is sometimes if we present a show as though only United Party role can be sharpened and the role of CDC is healing is frustrating. It was like yesterday you mentioned about how people yesterday on George where they wait for the government to fill up. I made effort to call yesterday, I was unfortunate. I mean,
so
nobody.
let us come to today now. What did I say that is wrong? Please point it out.
So today, I follow your conversation. You also mentioned about 2029. You are saying almost all of them from the communication arm, the action showing or a working towards 2029. And the president has emphasized that he doesn't focus on 2029. He has warned everyone.
Hello. So is the CDC not fighting for 2029?
I'm not discussing CDC. I'm speaking about
No. You see, and that is your problem. You do selective listening. Because I said both groups, these two parties, both of them are already battling it out for 2029. So that's why CDC will come with all of the negatives and put it out. And the government will come with its positives and it will put it out. Perhaps we also need to have a conversation about a task force. Do we need a task force that will put these two parties in check? I said that right on the show. But because you can do selective listening, so you only listen to the Unity Party part and you hear the CDC part.
So in the conversation, they lose a Unity Party because if you say Unity Party are coming and speak and can feel your back. So if you say Unity Party focuses on 2029 and CDC also, empowering themselves to focus on 2029. Anybody who understands government and who listens to you, the intent is they are not focusing on a country program, but rather they are focusing on 2029.
It is up to you to think that way. Okay, thanks so kindly. I gave you enough time. I gave you enough time, and that the problem with hold of you. Some of you support the government. For you to call and talk the good of the government, you won't be attacking media people. Now, how you want to do over nothing? Because your second understand. Yourself, call and promote the government. You will not do what you want. You won't pick and attack. Finally, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Julius. This is Brown from Johnsonville. Yeah, look, nobody wants to admit now, but Julius, it's a fight you are talking.
But you know me. I ain't fear to tell the truth.
In fact, when Eddie Snow said, I think I listened to it yesterday. When Eddie said, I want for the government not to get second term. People say that this will say government must say. You see why you analyze it that way? It's because you want second term. Sometimes you talking to say the thing you must be bold. You want second term. So you will tell your story to the people. Say all the people don't want to tell it. The other people won't come by. They will tell your story negatively. So if you sit down and when they develop maybe information platform and maybe ERBC platform and you not find all of me that you can get down to the people, to the commoner, my brother. ERBC said, what kind of messages we are coming out on ERBC? But when they listen to ERBC, they're angry. So those things you're supposed to do so that even when people listen to you, they will say, yes, our government doing what you must do? Bread and butter.
Okay.
What kind of infrastructure are not being doing in this country? But people always go for bread and butter. So tell your own story. And for 2029, don't deny it. Thank you.
Thanks so kindly. Well, I didn't know me. We don't dress back. That was the final one. I see a whole lot of communication people calling. I'll leave it tomorrow. Y'all will continue. We have with us Dr. Dube Chris. Yeah, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
The man who has been here and there these few days. Are you under pressure?
I'm accustomed to it, and I am addressing the issues as they crop up.
Yeah, because yesterday you were at the cabinet meeting. Today you were at the legislature.
That's correct.
Yeah. So tell us, Mpox, what is happening?
Well, in the region we are seeing an uptick, meaning the cases are going up in the region. We have a tri-country area here through which we are connected in that triangular area between Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Those border areas are places that we need to take a very keen note of in terms of our surveillance system and our monitoring system. We need to strengthen those as we see an uptick and an upsurge of cases in Sierra Leone. We could certainly see some here when that comes to cross-border transmission. And those are things that we are watching out for.
Okay. Tell us, the story about Liberia? What is it? What do we need to know?
Well, from what we've been able to do thus far, the requisite checkpoints that we put in place in terms of our epidemiological response and preparedness, we have a good capability to address what is foreseen. Nevertheless, we will need to augment our efforts. We have put in place the diagnostic capabilities in terms of regular diagnostics and sequencing to know what we have in our country, just in case something else cropped up besides the clade 2A and clade 2B of the monkeypox virus that we already know we detected in country. And then we need to increase our surveillance and active case finding processes so that we can go out there, get to know how many people are suspected to be having symptoms. That way we'll be able to test enough and we'll be able to catch a lot of cases. So those are the guideposts and activities that we're putting in place.
As we speak now, how many confirmed cases?
As we speak today, we have 4 active cases. We have about 77 recovered cases, and we have 0 deaths.
What does recovered cases mean?
It means over time, since, say, a cumulative total case between January 1st, 2024, and now, up to the last bulletin, up to the last week, we had about 78 cases that were active. And those cases accumulate to reach up to 78. So in between time, we also had 2 periods in which we had all recovering, all those 78 cases. At some point, they were like 75. At some point, they were 67, and all recovered. So in December, we had 0 cases because all have recovered. And then we started picking up cases again in January. As we searched more and we tested more, we started seeing some more cases. In March, we had another period where all the other ones also recovered. Those 6 that we had, they recovered. So we had 0 in March. Then, starting April, we started seeing some more cases. So we've been having these intermittent months, periods where we treat our cases that we find they recovered and we have no cases, and then all of a sudden we start seeing cases again as we go along. So that's the status we have now, and we are very, very keen on the borders with neighboring Sierra Leone and Guinea as well. And that's where our concentration is, for which we will be paying a visit along there in order to strengthen our border surveillance capacity.
What is Mpox? What are the signs and symptoms to look out for?
Mpox is a virus that has been around for a very long time. It was first identified, detected in around 1958, 1959, and first detected in monkeys, for which the name monkeypox virus comes. Nevertheless, you can find this monkeypox virus in other animals, like in rodents, like squirrels and rats, and probably mice, and a few other animals that are in the bush, for which this particular virus is classified in the zoonotic viruses because it comes from animals, like like Ebola came from animals, like COVID came from animals. So these are all zoonotic viruses. When you are infected with that, meaning once it comes from the animals to humans, and then it begins to transmit from human to human, human to human in a community, we notice that the patient comes down with high temperature, body temperature, fever. They suffer headache, they suffer backache, and a few other symptoms that may be similar to like when you're getting cold. But one of the very characteristic symptoms is the one that comes on the skin, where you have the rashes, and then you have those macular pustule, which we call bumps on your hand, they are very big as opposed to other pox virus infection, and we'll come to that. They are much bigger, and you can find it in the palm of your hands. Also characteristic of this particular viral infection, the monkeypox virus infection, is that these lesions, which we call these rashes, you can find it in the genital area as well. That we see very, very often in the DRC, Congo, and other Central African countries. We've not seen that here. I'm not quite sure any West African country has reported that, because we've never seen that yet. So
Well,
these
you
are
mean
the characteristics.
The one with the
symptoms
rashes in the
in the
genital
genital
area.
area, yeah.
Now, is it